Boo. Good morning, YouTube family. It's been a while. There's been a lot going on. I'm just gonna give it a moment to see if anyone is going to. I'm sure there's notifications going out left, right, and center. Let me put my notifications off actually. Yay! Hello, Harms. Lovely to see you. Eileen, good morning. Good morning, Magic. Oh, yay. Okay, so good. They're letting people know. Beautiful. Catherine, Jessica. Other Catherine. Bridget, good morning. Guys. Hi, Sunny. How are you? We're gonna do a little family check-in. And if you're watching this later, pop it in the comments if you're not popping on the live. So let's do a red heart for absolutely awesome. Let's do a blue heart if you've had anything going on with your throat, your ears, your sinuses. So red heart for awesome, blue heart for throat, ears, sinusy stuff, right? And how about purple heart for other ascension symptoms? So red heart doing great, no ascension symptoms. Blue heart, throaty, nasal, eerie stuff. And we're just doing a little bit. We're doing a little bit of a, what's the word? Checking in with the collective to see where everybody is. So maybe other ascension symptoms like a purple heart. Is that what I said? Red, no ascension symptoms. Blue, stuff here. Purple heart, other ascension stuff going on. Let's just see what comes through. Interesting time. Interesting time. We've been through this really strong portal. And it's knocked a lot of people I mean, we're still in the boat, but there's a lot of people like needing a little bit of assistance in the boat at the moment. That heart works magic. Interesting to see the blue heart. So I can only discuss my personal journey. There we go, magic. I can only talk about my own. Hello, beautiful Eloise. My own journey. That's all I can do here. I can only go through my experience of my perception of my reality, and I was absolutely knocked to my arse last week. 2 days, couldn't move, couldn't talk. And you know, for you guys that know me, it was a very challenging time. Hi, Mark. It was a very, very, very challenging time in my existence. So there's a few things I kind of want to talk about here. Now, just a little disclaimer, like not telling anybody what to do. Everybody do you, always use your own discernment. As I say, I'm just here sharing my own journey. And there's a few things I would like to kind of open the floor up about. So I believe we're going through this massive kind of throat chakra healing at the moment. Um, and this is to do with communication, and this is to do with truth. And so when this happened to me, and I was bedded basically, and couldn't communicate. And I'm a big believer in being able to we can heal ourselves. But how do we heal ourselves when we are so poorly? Like, I didn't have one iota of energy to be able to heal anything. So that's the first kind of point I would like to make with regards to the belief systems we have about healing ourselves. And there's a lot being going on in the world. We're coming up to 3 years of a lot of awakenings, I'm going to put it that way. Um, and within the spiritual community, no thanks, magic, I had enough. Um, within the spiritual community, there's maybe a bit of belief, particularly now with regards to medication and medical assistance. Okay, so just from my own experience, I've gone to day 2 of not being able to do anything, and I literally feel like my throat is closing, and I thought I was maybe a little bit sent for, right? Not to be dramatic. Not to be dramatic, but yeah, I thought it was sent for, right? So within the UK, we have, perhaps questionable right now, but we have a free healthcare system called the NHS, okay? I'm not getting into debate about the NHS, I'm not really talking about it. However, it's very difficult to get an appointment, and I was in no place to be. There are still certain, I believe there are still certain guidelines with regards to um, expectations of what may be expected of one should they go to one of these. Let me just put my feet up here, because why not? Expectations of one should they have to visit one of these medical establishments, right? And listen, um, each to their own, but 3 years in, I'm certainly not going to be changing my stance on anything. Um, okay, just so I can go and see a doctor. So anyway, I wasn't in any position to argue with anybody, right? So what I did, um, now I haven't been to see a doctor since my awakening, actually, and coming off all my um mental medication. Uh, all the medication I was on with regards to the labels I gave with regards to my mental health, okay, which I healed by myself. Um, now, because of that, I maybe had a bit of a belief system that it would have been a fear. No, it was a fear. No, not a fear, but almost like a huge resistance to the medical profession. Okay. Now, I'm lying in my bed. I'm thinking I'm sent for. My throat's closing over. I'm like, oh my God, if my nose blocks, I'm not gonna be able to. I'm not gonna be able to breathe. Okay. So I went online and I managed to find a private online consultation. Right. Eloise, I have all the tools. Like my my home is like a tool to heal you, okay? I mean, I have pyramids everywhere. I have Heelys, I have Spooky, I have every tuning fork you've ever thought about. You know, I have gongs, I have crystals everywhere. I have just taken a receipt of this big, beautiful quartz 432 hertz tuning fork. Like I have everything that anybody could ever need to um heal themselves, right? But I didn't have the energy and I couldn't. There was nothing, I had nothing left in my tank to be able to even pick up a tuning fork or a crystal and place it on my throat chakra. So, um, I need help. And I found this online consultation where you can pay like £45 and you can basically have an online face-to-face over the good old internet with a doctor within hours. So that's what I did. And she was lovely. She was beautiful. There was nothing mentioned with regards to anything that had been going on in the world, um, which was lovely. And basically, I was told it was viral and there was nothing that could be done about it, just to rest and take some paracetamol, ibuprofen, um, and that it would pass. Okay. So after this, I was like, oh God. Now I actually had antibiotics and I started taking them, and I'm glad that I didn't. I'd only taken one. So I'm glad I had this consultation. And then I went into this like really hard place of beating myself up because I was putting pharmaceutical medication into my body. Okay. So like literally to swallow, it was like knives. Like it was just excruciating. I was crying. I was in a little bit of victimhood. Like I was feeling sorry for myself. And it took me so much to reach out um, to the medical profession, okay? And I even like said to her in the best way, I could, that was kind of like this. I was like, listen, I heal myself. Like it's taken me so much to reach out. Like, please, you just have to help me. Like I just need help. I just want somebody to help me. I just need somebody to take the pain away. Um, and there was lots of lessons in this for me, okay? And I just wanted to share this and kind of open up the discussion here because not everyone, but sometimes within the spiritual community, there is a belief system that the medical system is wrong, okay? Now, I'm not trying to rile anybody here, or I'm just talking about my own personal journey, my own personal beliefs, that it took me so much to reach out. And why did I feel guilty about taking paracetamols? Why did I feel guilty about taking ibuprofen and putting this into my body? Um, when there was literally nothing else that was going to help me in that moment. Do I just lie and suffer for a longer amount of time? Why do I have a belief system? Why do I have a belief system that instead of taking two paracetamols and then 2 hours later taking ibuprofen, why do I have a belief system that um that was wrong? Why did I have a belief system that I should actually just lie there and suffer and not be able to swallow and not be able to eat and not be able to talk and lie in suffering when I can ease that suffering a little bit with the only thing that's going to help take the pain away a little bit. Like I tried, yeah, I don't have any tonsils, Susan. They were taken out when I was younger. But that's what it was like. It was like tonsillitis. But I didn't, that's what I said to the doctor. But I don't have tonsils. So how can it possibly be tonsillitis? And she's like, well, you do have some kind of, you still have some tonsil tissue there. Hello, Sorceress Supreme. Um, and I tried honey and I tried oregano. Know that word that I can't say? Oregano oil. All this antibacterial stuff. Nothing. I had ice, just holding ice at the back of my throat. Like there was not like there was nothing. So the only thing that did help me a little bit was to take some um lot of throat stuff going on, darling. Yeah, absolutely. So hello, my high priestess. I'm gonna get in touch with you about rearranging your session. Anyway, so I went through all this, and I think it's um I mean, it's not for me to decide in anybody else's life or judgment or nothing was working. Lozenges, that numbing throat spray, nothing, nothing, absolutely nothing. But there was a lot that I had to learn. I had to learn to be in the silence, okay? And I had to learn that it's okay. There was lots of things came through. Like I had session work and I couldn't even get in touch with people to let them know I was ill. And I've never done that. I've never done that in the whole time that I have been doing this work. I'm not ill as a general rule. I upgrading, but I've never not reached out to anybody. I just literally didn't turn up because I couldn't. I just, there was nothing I could do. I literally just had to lie in silence and pain. But what I didn't have to do was suffer. And I allowed myself to suffer for a couple of days because I had a belief that I shouldn't put painkillers in my body. Um, okay. Um, I use colloidal silver, like all this stuff that we have, but it was a lesson for me. I'm not saying this is maybe not relevant to anybody else. I'm just sharing because we have this throat clearing happening. A lot of people have this stuff happening within their throat, okay? Um, and it's layered and it's multidimensional. But anyway, while I was lying in my silence and my suffering, I was like, my throat chakra, why is my throat chakra unbalanced? I speak my truth. I'm really good at I'm really good at communicating. I don't hold anything back. If I've got something to say, I say it. Like what is going on? Why am I having this issue with my throat chakra? Why is my throat chakra energetically imbalanced? Because I look to everything as an energy. And what I heard was, what else do you put down your throat, Joanne? I was like, pardon me? Um, and I was like, what are you on about? And once again, I am shown what I am putting in my body. Okay. Um, I'm shown. So what happened was I went through a little upgrade back in October. And then at that point, guess what? I stopped getting cold water. I stopped taking vitamins. I stopped like my green juice. I stopped taking my green juice. Now, I don't do a lot for my body. Okay, I don't. I'm very, very honest about this. I don't do a lot for my body. I don't particularly like food. Okay? Not a fan. I haven't really been a fan. Where I'm from, we don't eat. And the only way they got me here was with the promise of chocolate and sugar and cake. Okay. So, this has been a running theme throughout my life, right? Food. I don't like consistencies. I don't like the whole having to chew stuff. Um, you know, I don't eat animals because it makes me ill, right? Like, um, not for any other reason. People are like, oh, you're a vegetarian. I'm like, you can't call me a vegetarian. I don't like vegetables. So I don't like vegetables. I don't eat meat. I don't particularly like fruit. I just don't like food in general. I'm just um so it's very difficult for me to um get sustenance. And um so what I do is I just eat things that taste good, like cake and things with lots of sugar in it, and pasta, bread and cheese, and all these things that are really good for you, right? Don't even particularly like pizza, if I'm honest. Not much of a fan. Um, no, don't do fish and chips. I like chips, but I'm just simple. Okay, I'm a simple eater. Um, so anyway, I was shown the only things that you do for your body to look after and this is a mind, body, spirit. It's all, it's got to be all three. You can't just look after your mind and your spirit. There has to be a balance between it all. And I'm not saying this is what's going on with everybody. I'm just saying this is what's going on with me. Some people will be healing their throat because they aren't speaking their truth, or they found it hard to speak their truth, or they've been suppressed in childhood that children should be seen and not heard. And so there's all different kind of levels to this this throat chakra here. This communication, and this is really about my communication with what I'm putting in my body. So when I went through that upgrade in October, I stopped doing all and just the minute things that I do that are good for my body. So when this comes into the collective and there's this clearing of this energy here, um, I'm just showing, well, what are you doing to help yourself in that area? And I have to take responsibility for that. And the truth is nothing. Um, the truth is nothing. So, I'm coming out the other side of this, having learned a lot, and the lessons that are the lessons come thick and fast. And the more I go on this healing journey, I think that I've done like a big chunk of this healing, and then more stuff comes in, and I'm like, whoa, like we're just scratching the surface. There's also multidimensionality to this as well, because I've been shown, past parallel, I don't like saying past lives, but parallel lives that I'm having to heal and take soul pieces back because it's also connected to the throat. So there's this multidimensionality healing happening within the collective just now. And it's beautiful. But I wanted to come in and share because I would like as a collective for us not to have guilt and shame with regards to anything that we choose to do. Um, and that's not always easy. Um, I don't, I shouldn't feel guilty because I've taken a couple of paracetamols and rather be in suffering. Like that's not balanced, and that's not aligned, and that's not That's not healing, as far as I'm concerned. Lying, suffering, in pain, in silence, because I have a belief system that the big bad pharmaceutical companies have got it in for me, and if I take a couple of paracetamols, well, I'm just feeding that monster. Isn't necessarily true, and there's a place for it, is what I'm trying to say within my reality. Um, and here's something else I learned. I used to be very good at being ill. Like, I'm talking like gold standard medal kind of I was shit hot at being ill. Okay, because from the age of, 15, 16, right up until the age of 40, a long time. Um, I was very comfortable with illness. I was very comfortable taking tablets. I was very comfortable in lying in my bed and purging it out. I was very good at it. I'm not good at being ill anymore. I'm very grateful for that. Um, I was, and I'm very grateful. It showed me a lot because I'm very grateful that I'm not comfortable. Like, I should never have been comfortable in my illness, right? Um, but it showed me a lot of things, it showed me a lot of things that, um, 7 years ago, I would have just been like, right, Mel, I'm going to my bed and then I'll get up in 2 weeks when I feel better. And I would have been good with that. I'd have just been, yeah, listen, the world will just have to look after me, and I'm just gonna lie there in my own pity and take lots of medic. I'm not saying this is wrong. Anybody who does this, I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying this is how much of a different person I am nowadays with regards to my mindset and how I deal with these things. So I used to be very, very, very good. I used to be very, 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 very good at being ill. Um, and I really struggled for them couple of days. I had all these things, like all this kind of guilt and shame, and not being able to get in touch with people, and not showing up for sessions, or not showing up for Patreon, and this feeling of letting people down, and I had to learn that I'm not responsible for anybody else. I'm only responsible for myself. Um, so there's so much growth and so much learning that we can do with regards to a healing process, whether that be something that we are healing within the physical, whether that be something that we're healing, from our parallel existence, whether that be something that we're healing in the spiritual or the mental, whatever it is, whatever it is that we are healing. There's so much. The universe is showing us everything that we need to know. Um, but I know there's been this real collective um rebalancing almost of the throat. So I wanted to come in and check in at the first available opportunity that I could with you all. Because I know that if I'm going through something, it's not just me. There's always a collective element to what we're experiencing. So, uh here's what I did about it when I was able to get a little bit more energy and be able to get out of my bed. I had to forgive myself for the guilt and the emotions I had to express it. I actually made a video on, my other dimensional versions of myself were like, yeah, you're gonna make a video now, and I'm like, for Patreon, I'm like, I can't speak. And they're like, no, it's important. Like, people need to hear this. And I'm like, well, I haven't washed in days. I'm sitting in my pajamas, like I'm literally like a bag of shit. And but here's my truth. I'm not here on YouTube to gather likes or subscribers. My role here is to share my journey. Um Knowing that in the process of being raw, and there's times you're going to see me in here, and I'm flying high, and I'm vibing, and I'm helping hold up the collective, but it's important that I also come in here on the times where I'm just like, whoa, my arse is getting absolutely fucking kicked right now. It's important that I'm authentic and I'm raw and I'm honest. uh it's all I really want to be. There are many other, channels out there without judgment that would never come on and share an experience like this because they want everybody to believe that they are in a perpetual state of bliss, or that they've got it all sussed. And the real truth from where I'm sitting, and my truth anyway, is that nobody has that. Um, we're all just putting one foot in front of the other and trying to work this out. So, um, so here I am in my own raw authenticity, sharing my experience with you all in the only, um, gosh, words fail me also, intent, with the only intent that perhaps my authentic, raw sharing will aid you through whatever it is that you're going through in this moment. I also want to say thank you. And I want you to feel this thanks. Getting emotional now. Hmm. Um, it's not always easy to share raw truth when you know that anyone in the world can Google your name and watch you. Because I know there's people who watch this who have been in my life and have left for whatever reason, but still lurk in the background. And if you're one of those people, you just pick up the phone. You don't need to lurk. I don't hold anything against you. There are people from my past who know a different version of me who lurk in the background and like to talk about, um, you know, me and who I am these days. And they don't particularly resonate with that, but they still watch. I know because I'm intuitive and I feel it. And I know these people connect in. And to these people, I just want you to know that I'm always going to love you. You just pick up the phone, you just send me a message, okay? I don't have any hard feelings with anybody. Um, but to those of you who come here and you comment and you support and you show some love by putting a little thumbs up, um, you're my family. And I'm so grateful that each of you make this process a lot easier to be able to share. So, from my heart space to your heart space. Thank you for sharing this space with me. Thank you for coming here and holding space for me when perhaps I can't hold space for you and for the collective. Um, I didn't mean to come in here and cry, but why change the habit of a lifetime, Joanne? Why change the habit of a YouTube lifetime? But I mean it. And I hope that I have conversations with people in my life who perhaps maybe don't understand why I do what I do. And all I can say is if I have helped one person, that's enough for me. So if you're that one person, then thank you. I'm gonna go. Love you all. You rock. Thank you for steering the boat at this moment. Thank you for those who are like and are guiding us, who are helping us surf through these waters. Thank you for the people in the boat that are holding my hair back while I projectile vomit over the side during these waves. Um, we're all in this together, and I hope that you feel the unity, and by that I don't mean like a weird hive mind, uh, controlled, freaky unity. What I do mean is I hope that just by coming in this space and joining with us all, you feel the love of everyone on the boat. And knowing that wherever you are on the boat, whether you're riding the waves or whether you're holding my hair back or whether you're with me puking over the side or whether you're having a little party in the center of the boat, wherever you are in this moment on our beautiful Ascension boat, thank you for being in the boat. I love you all. I'm gonna go. I've got a lot of stuff that I need to catch up on, so I'm gonna go make a start there. If you're watching this and you did a session with me last week and I didn't show up, I am so sorry. But I will be in touch to rearrange today, and I'll get replied to emails and everything in due course and as quick as I possibly can. Okay. You're all so beautiful. I wish you could all see the light and the love that I see in each and every one of you every time that you look in the mirror. So I'm gonna go. Oh, do you know what? Do you know what I did do actually? Though when I managed to get out of my bed, and I will share it with you eventually, but I I was told to help balance my throat to be creative. So I created this beautiful tree of healing, Tree Menders, and the tree was helping me mend via creativity. So I will come on and do another video with that and share it with you. So I love you all. You're beautiful. Have a week of heaven and earth. We are being hit pretty hard with the KPs just now. There's a lot of energy coming in. And we're on this trajectory now to winter solstice or summer solstice, depending where you are in this realm. But we're on, and it's big. It's a big passageway as we move forward towards a lot of Christed codes and Christed light, blessing us and helping us project further. So stay in the boat and know that there's always somebody to hold your hair back if need be, but there's also someone to give you a paddle if you've got lots of energy, and there's also always a party on the boat too if you're feeling like you need a little bit of a boogie. Love you. Have a beautiful, blessed week, and a week of heaven and earth.